Hi and welcome. My name is Rich Pasini, and today I'm doing the Reseller News. Today is February 10th, 2020. Thank you for tuning in. I just want to start off by saying thank you to all the new subscribers who recently subscribed to my channel. It is greatly appreciated. I hope you like the content and come back for more. And if this is your first time visiting my YouTube channel, I just want to say welcome. I hope you like the content and you get a takeaway from it. For those who are new, or like I said again, if you are visiting for the first time, I do the Reseller News, I do Let's Talk eBay, and I'm also a vlogger. And I will be covering topics today about what's going on in e-commerce. So I got quite a few windows open up. I'm going to bump out of here, do a little split screen, and then we're just going to expand a little on each topic, and then we're just going to keep moving right along. For those who are new, I just want to throw this out there. I do not read everything verbatim. The information I give you is no affiliation with me. I have no affiliate links with them, so I just want you guys to know if you do click on these websites, it has nothing to do with me. The only affiliation I have with them is when I get Google alerts and they talk about what's going on in the e-commerce world, and therefore I like to share that information with you guys. So I hope you get a takeaway with that. Also, I will not read everything verbatim. I will give you the URLs to where I got the information from, and the rest is up to you guys to pick up where I left off. So without further ado, let's get right to the news. Okay, the next 9 windows are going to be from the same company, and let me give you your URL is www.ecommercebytes.com. And this story was posted February 9th, 2020. It goes on to say here, let me just get my mouse cursor here. It says eBay is still working to fix October catalog problem. Let's read more into this here. It says some eBay sellers continue to struggle with issues resulting from product attribute changes. And eBay rolled out in mid-October in the clothing, shoes, and accessories (CSA) category. It goes on to say the problem began on October 15, 2019, when eBay rolled out changes that said it was designed to make it easier for buyers to find items and to give sellers guidance about the item specifics, product attributes, also called aspects. Then it goes on to say here, on February 2nd, a seller explained in a post on eBay boards how the rollout continued to cause problems. We still don't have an option and a required size item specific for the following: 0x, 1x, 2x, 3x, 4x, 5x, and 6x. It goes on to let's read a little more. It says the above choices are in the retail industry as standard size for women's plus sizes and have been for decades. There are size selections plus and size buyers search with the correct options and have been missing since you suppose fixed last October. When do you plan to fix this, eBay? I'm not going to read too much into this, but I will say this though: I do sell women's clothes on eBay, and it's been very, very slow. I mean, very little sales, if any, on eBay. And I have to say, it's funny because when I talked to, I did call up eBay in regards. I just share a little quick information with you. I called up eBay in regards to slow sales and stuff like that, and I had other concerns that I wanted to talk to the teammate with. And now, unless they're not privy to tell certain things, I asked the teammate, I said, look, can you guys be upfront and just, throw it out there? Is there any changes going on with eBay that you could share with me? Because, maybe they're told by their upper management, you can only disclose so much to the sellers or buyers when they call up if in regards to questioning about is there any changes going on, whatever. All I know is unless they don't get the memo, I said it once before, I read it somewhere else where I heard that there are changes coming for 2020 with eBay. Now you might say, where did I hear it from? I heard it from other community chat boards that I've been to. You could also go to eBay community chat board if you want to get more information as far as that, like updates of what's going on. Now, I did ask the teammate, is there anything going on, any updates with the categories and item specifics? And he said, well, he goes, we didn't get any notification down here about, I guess, where he works. And, the way he made it sound like at this time there's no changes. But, this is why I love e-commerce bytes. And I can't express it enough for people to sign up for the newsletters and check them out. They're really good information. It's viable information, too. It's good to keep on top of these things. But the point I'm getting across is this website here will pick out the little indifferences that may come from a different source, so to speak. including myself. But that's why when I do the reseller news, I always give you the URLs where I get the information from, because I don't want you guys to think, oh, this guy just throws stuff out, makes stuff up at the top of his head. That's not the case here. I will not do that to my, my subscribers or to people visiting my channel for the first time. That's why I always post out, anytime I do listings, I always will give you the URLs of where I get the information from, so I'm not just, spewing words out there. The other thing I will say before I get off this topic, in regards to these next windows, there's going to be 9 in total from the same company. I can't express it enough to please go to the website itself, the actual website, because they have active hyperlinks. Now you see in here, it's like the purplish blue, whatever wording. Those are active hyperlinks. If you go to the side over here, these are active hyperlinks too on the right side of it. You may want to read more into this here. Now I'm not going to read all 9 of these things. I'm not going to read them verbatim because we'll be here all for quite some time, and I don't want this to go on, protract this a lot longer than it's supposed to. So the only thing is on these sites here, with my glass on, when you go to these sites, if you go all the way to the bottom here, you're going to read the comments. Okay, there's a lot to read here, as you can see here. Okay, that's why I don't. This is why I don't read the whole thing. But you could read the comments, and I highly recommend you do read the comments for the simple reason is, folks, these are buyers and sellers that bring information out. They may bring things to your attention, my attention, that I wasn't aware of. So a lot of people may say, well, who are these people? They're buyers and sellers, no doubt, just like you and I. And I guess when they get first-hand information, they will put it out here on e-commerce bites. And you can too, if you go down to the bottom over here. These are all comments left by them, folks. So you gotta, I highly recommend, if you get a chance, to check them out, the comments on these pages, because they bring out a lot of good information. But if you go all the way down to the bottom here, it'll say over here, you could leave a comment. Okay, it says log in to post the comments in here. You just leave your email and the password over here, and that's it. And you'll get verified, and then you could kind of like chime in. Okay, I'm not going to expand too much on this here. Like I said again, when I did confront the teammate with that, he said, according to him, that he don't know of any fixes going on. Everything, according to him, is copacetic. Everything's running good. So, it's the pros and cons of who's giving you information here. So that's all I'm sharing with that part. Let's bump out of this screen here. Okay, moving right along. Our next story came out February 6, 2020. eBay closed fulfillment pilot program. It says there's a little information available about eBay Managed Delivery, but one tantalizing tidbit was revealed during the company's week chat session. It goes on to say here, a seller asked about eBay's version of a fulfillment program for sellers, asking the following 3 questions. When can we start using it? What else can you tell us about the status? How can we get accepted into the group for discussing it? Then it goes on a little further. I'm not going to read too much into this, guys. That's why I gave you the URL. I gave you information. It's up to you to pick up where I left off. It goes to seller prefaced their questions by saying they were really excited to use eBay Managed Delivery. We believe it will enable eBay and us to move e-commerce market share away from Amazon, Shopify, and other sites currently outperforming eBay. And then it goes on to say an eBay moderator responded by revealing eBay had closed the pilot program in December and wrote, there have been no new announcements made regarding its expansion. He added that because the pilot program was closed, eBay closed the private group as well. Now, for those of you who don't know, eBay, I think they were talking about this here, I think last year, about doing this eBay fulfillment program, their pilot program. I think it was last year sometime. I don't know. I didn't get a chance to read the whole story. To me, it sounds like if they're closing the program, maybe they didn't get enough people to respond to it. I don't know. Like I said again, I didn't read the whole thing. But what I think the problem is with eBay is they're trying to compete too much with Amazon. And I tell you one thing, sometimes it's best off to just go back to basics and just leave it as it is. I think when, by trying to keep up with other companies, especially Amazon, it's huge. I'm not saying eBay is a small company either, but, I think you're trying to model off of eBay, Amazon's success with the way they operate their company. I think they got to do is, my personal take, kind of like step back a little, digress and stuff like that, and refocus on what the current issues are right now, rather than worrying about all these different programs. Like I said again, look, the catalog, the categories, they should work on that there. Keep that up to something, make that work properly, get that functioning properly. And the item specifics. That's what they should be focusing on. This, fulfillment by eBay is nice and stuff like that. I mean, I think it would be helpful to some point. But right now, we need to make sales. Me, as a small-time eBay seller, I need to get to sales right now. I mean, I'm not really, me personally, but this is my take, I'm not really personally interested in their program for the fulfillment by eBay, eBay program. I'm not interested in that at this point in time. I don't know. It's like anything else. It's like when you buy a new car, people always say, if you buy a new car, you should always wait a year or two before you get into it, because sometimes they have the recalls on them or they get the bugs at them and all that other stuff there. For me to get involved with this here, I would have to see how the program's, how it's working. I'd want to get feedback from other sellers to see, what they think of it. I'm not going to just jump into it because eBay puts a program out there, But again, that's my take on it. I don't know how you guys feel about it. If you want to drop a comment below and let me think, and if you want to share with us and let me think what do you think about this here? I know what I think about it. I'm not really interested at this point in time, but maybe you guys might have a different take on it. But anyway, I'm not going to expand too much on this topic. Let's move right along. The Windows, like I said, I gave you the URL, so I'm not going to keep repeating it over and over again. Here's another one over here. eBay officially announces international shipping option. This came out February 6, 2020. This is eBay officially announced on Thursday a new shipping option called eBay International Standard Delivery, writing that would be available to all sellers this month. The program is unlike the eBay Global Shipping Program. Now, I have to say one thing. I did use the Global Shipping Program on one occasion. I didn't really find it to be that bad, folks, to be honest with you. I thought it was pretty good the way it worked out. Because when I got involved with the first time, I didn't know how exactly it worked. It was the first time actually using the Global Shipping Program. And to my amazement, it was pretty good. It was the transaction went smooth. I think what happens, excuse me, I think what happens is when you send the item to their facility, I don't know where it's located, forget, they will do all the pack. I don't think they repackage. I don't know about that, but I know they do all the paperwork and stuff like that to ship it off to that specific buyer. I had it only one time, and it worked for me. And I have to honestly say there was no complaints on my end. So, as far as the global shipping program, I think it's pretty good. But again, that's my personal take on it. So let's read a little more into it here. It goes on here. It goes, if it says, I'm just going to recap that part. The program is unlike the eBay Global Shipping Program, where buyers are required to pay not only the shipping, handling costs, but the customer's duty, taxes, brokerage, and other fees as well. See, that's the thing. I think that's what turns people off, even myself too, when you think about the taxes, the duty, taxes, all that stuff there. I think sometimes that's what puts me into a tailspin, saying, I don't know if I want to go into that just yet. As far as I think this is the new program, like I said, it's the international shipping option they have. I don't really ship international, but if you guys who do ship international, you may want to check into this here. All right. For me right now, I like it just the way it is. I only had that one time with the global shipping program, and I have to say it was a pretty good experience. I can't knock it. All right. So I'm not going to read too much into it. As a matter of fact, that's all there is to read. But if you want to find out a little more about it, you could click on this active hyperlink here. It says eBay Global Shipping Program. What it is, an active hyperlink, it's going to bump you right over to eBay's website. Just over here, just like this one over here, today's new flash article, eBay issue announcement that sellers should read the terms of service carefully, as their size and weight limits, and sellers who use the program may be subject to additional charges. That's why I try to tell you guys, go to the website, because there's more information that you may want to read up on. So, you're not going to get it stopping the video. So, I'm not going to put active hyperlinks into each one of these windows, but definitely go to the website and you can read more into this here. Let's move right along here. Okay, here's another story. It came out February 6th. eBay dangles coupon in exchange for receiving mobile alerts. This is new to me. I never heard about this here. I knew about mobile shopping, but as far as this part comes up with the coupon, I'm not familiar with that one there. Like I said, I just got these Google alerts the other day. I was going through a lot of stuff, and I figured, hey, let me go check it out. It seems like something maybe to subscribers, or maybe if you're an eBay seller, you may be interested in checking this out. It goes on to say here, eBay is running a promotion, but in order to get the $5 coupon, you must send a text to eBay in which case you will receive a marketing text until or unless you send a follow-up text to opt out of the receiving, outside of receiving them. So in other words, if we don't receive them, just hit the opt out and you won't be receiving those anymore. I don't really care to get alerts like this on here on my phone. I'm not really into this, promotional thing like this. I get enough promotions from eBay, to be honest with you. I like it on my desktop. I don't really use my mobile phone too much. The only time I will use it in regards to, for eBay is if I'm in a thrift store, I have to look something up. That's about the only time I would go expand into my, using my mobile phone. But I don't really care for this stuff here. I don't know if you guys are interested in it. Maybe you may want to check it out. There's not much more to read in here, but I just thought I'd share with you guys as well. All right, let's move right along here. This story came out February 7th, 2020. Seller points to eBay category exclusions. Dear Ina, now for those who don't know, Ina Steiner is the owner and co-founder of E-Commerce Bytes. So when you ever see that name, Ina, that's who they're referring to. It's probably a buyer or a seller. Okay, so it goes on to say here, Dear Ina, eBay's managed payments does not allow coins, currency, bullion, tickets, or automobiles. Then they have a thread here, linked to the thread to eBay on the discussion board. That's why I try to tell you, you got to go to the site. And then it goes on to say, sellers forced into managed payments to confirm that they are unable to list coins. Okay, if you're a coin collector or a person that sells coins, this is going to probably affect you. You may want to look more into this here. It goes on to say, a note from the editor, eBay's regulated set the payments policies allow additional payment options for certain approved categories, but sure enough, coins does not appear to be one of them. Okay, eBay provides a phone number for sellers to enroll in managed payments, and found on the payments terms of usage, I should say use, page on eBay.com. And you can read over here, they got eBay's number here. All right. That's basically it. You could also read the comments on these topics here. I like reading the comments. The comments. Some people put some woozy stuff out there, I have to honestly say. Anyway, let's move right along. This one here came out February 7th, 2020. Sellers would agree with eBay to always shop responsibly. All right. It goes on to say here, eBay acknowledged bad shopping behavior taking place on its platform in a press release that came to our attention this week, writing about irresponsible purchases UK customers have made while drunk. It advised always shop responsibly. All right. It goes on to say here, but while eBay's UK January press release had a tongue-in-cheek tone, it's no laughing matter. I'm sorry, I didn't mean to laugh at, but it's just the way it was written, I guess. I don't know. eBay doesn't generally suffer after the customer sobers up and decides to cancel their binge purchasing on its marketplaces, but sellers often do pay a price. In addition, for a hassle in dealing with cancellations here, the seller may or may not receive credits for the fees paid to eBay and PayPal for problem transactions. Yeah, I was, I want to share something in regard to PayPal. We'll talk about that at the end of this one here. It's the last story. You guys can read more into this here. All right, so let's move right along. This next story, these next two are going to be from Amazon. Amazon warns sellers about coronavirus. Let me tell you something, folks. This is no joking matter here. There have been, I think I was looking at the news this morning now. Remember, it's February 10th, 2020. Yeah, February 10th, 2020. I think they said a total of 427 people already passed away from it. That's the problem. If people, here's the thing. Here's my concern about that issue there. I'm a registered seller on Amazon, but right now at the present time I'm not selling on Amazon. My main go-to one is eBay. I sell exclusively on eBay. And the scary thing about it is if people are buying stuff from China, importing it, whatever. I don't know if they put a block on certain things, or certain things are allowed to come into the United States or whatever. But be careful with this here, because it's a lot worse than people think. I mean, I'm not sitting there. I'm not going to try to throw out these worst case scenario things, but you really got to be careful. I'm over here in New York, and I think they had a couple cases in New York. I don't know if the people are quarantined or not. Because in New York they have a big Asian community over there in Manhattan. People will come and go to visit relatives and stuff like that, and that's all fine and stuff like that. But the only thing is that the only scary thing is, like I said, these people that go there to visit or whatever it may be, they got to be careful they don't come in contact with that there. If you was looking at the news, there were a lot of people over there with the mask and stuff like that. Even the doctor who was trying to warn people about this here, now he became a victim of it. It's pretty serious stuff. But I'm just going to read a little into this here. I don't want to talk too much about it. I mean, it's all over the news. I'm sure you guys might have heard about it and stuff. You can take precautions and stuff like that. But like I said, anything I get, my stuff, I don't import. I don't buy. I buy stuff from overseas. I don't buy from Alibaba or many of those companies, AliExpress, whatever. All the stuff I get, all the merchandise I get, is from my local thrift stores. Now people may say, yeah, but suppose people buy it from there and they put it in there. Well, it's a gamble. What are you going to do? It's a risk we all take. I don't know, but right now I am not ordering. I can be upfront and honest on the stuff that you see on my listings, eBay listings. They're from thrift stores. I could just give that a full disclosure. Okay, all right. So that's all I'm saying as far as that part goes. But if you are a person that does importing and stuff like that, just be careful. And I don't know. Again, I didn't do too much follow-ups on it. I don't know what's happening. If there's any people putting a ban on certain things coming to the U.S. and I don't know. But let's read a little more into this here. It says Amazon warns sellers about coronaviruses and its possible impact on their businesses operations. It says the warning came after Reuters published the article "Lifeblood on Amazon Merchants Threatened as Coronavirus Affects Chinese Workers," in which it wrote, Amazon.com Inc. Sellers are bracing for product shortages as Chinese workers are worried about the fast-spreading coronavirus and may be unwilling to return idle factories. Okay, and then it goes on to say Amazon posted the following message on the Amazon seller portal, central portal, on Friday evening. Okay, and it goes on to say here, like I said again, I'm not going to read too much into this here. Just as an important notification regarding impacts for the novel coronavirus. We are aware that novel coronavirus and related actions are impacting millions of individuals around the world. If your business operations may be impacted, we recommend taking the precautions to protect your Amazon seller account health. These precautions may include canceling previous orders that you are no longer able to fulfill, placing your account in vacation status, or taking additional steps to manage your inventory. You can learn more on relevant help pages in Seller Central. Again, I'm a registered seller on Amazon, but I am not selling on their platform at this time. And like I said again, the stuff I'm selling comes from local thrift stores. So I'm just throwing it out there. But if you are a person that does importing, like I know some of these guys, they will buy stuff from AliExpress or Alibaba or whatever they do overseas, wholesaling, whatever. Be very careful. Again, I don't know all the ins and outs with that. So that's something you have to do your homework on as far as that part goes. You can read more into this here. Again, they got, what do you call it, the comments. Always read the comments. It's pretty interesting. I like to read those there. All right, let's move right along to the next window here. It's another Amazon story. This one came out February 6, 2020. Amazon launched 225 tools and services for sellers in 2019. Came out February 6, 2020, but that's what they're referring to. It's okay. It goes on to say Amazon said it launched 225 new tools and services to help third-party sellers. And they said small and medium-sized businesses had a record-breaking year on Amazon, more than 15,000 businesses surpassing 1 million in sales in 2019, double-digit growth since last year. It wrote, the news came in a press release on Tuesday in which Amazon said it had invested $15 billion in third-party seller success last year worldwide. That is awesome. But again, I'm not going to get too much into this here. There's a little highlight stuff over here: brand analytics, brand dashboard, manager experiments, new product optimization, growth navigator, Amazon Live features. I tell you the truth, with the way things are going right now, it does pay to cross-sell. I really should put some of my stuff that I have on eBay onto Amazon and do the cross-selling that way. I'm doing it right now with Bonanza, but I'll be honest with you, Bonanza is really slow. It's really slow. I think the last time I made a sale from Bonanza had to be about maybe 2 years ago, a year and a half ago, 2 years ago, something like that. It's been really slow. And also with Poshmark too. Poshmark has been kind of slow. I mean, I've been reducing the prices on there, dropping the prices, and it's been pretty slow. So it is what it is, folks. You know, I mean, you just got to hang in there. Okay. Last but not least, this story is PayPal. PayPal clarifies impact on policy change on eBay sellers. This story came out February 6, 2020. It says it would seem eBay sellers can breathe a sigh of relief over the new payment policy regarding seller transparency. PayPal updated its user agreement, and one provision going to effect on March 12th requires sellers to publish customer service information. Okay, I didn't get a chance to read the whole story. It says we're requiring that merchants publish customer service information, including at least one email address or customer service URL, and a telephone number, in which must be readily accessible for review by merchants' customers. Okay, it goes with here. A PayPal spokesman told E-commerce Bytes on Wednesday to clarify the ability for a buyer to contact the seller through eBay's standard processing, satisfying the requirement. It says we had pointed out on Sunday that the new PayPal policy seemed to conflict with eBay's contact information sharing policy, which states publishing or displaying contact information in the listing without permission of eBay or except as required by law is not allowed. Interestingly, some sellers said that they already included contact information on eBay with no negative repercussions. Then it tells you see the Auction Bytes blog post. Well, that concludes this video. I hope you got a takeaway from it. And if you did, please don't forget to hit that subscribe button, like, comment, and share. And if you want to be updated when I post out new videos, please hit that bell notification icon. My name is Rich Pasini. Today is February 10th, 2020. I just want to say again, thank you to all the new subscribers who recently subscribed to my channel. It's greatly appreciated. And if you are a visitor for the first time, I just want to say welcome and thank you for taking time out of your busy day to check out my video. Wishing you all the best. To all the eBay sellers out there, good luck and hope. Let's hope we can make 2020 a great year for selling on eBay. Until next time, bye-bye for now.